Ross and Dottie McLeod.
BBC Radio Cambridgeshire.
Yeah, just Dottie with you for the moment while Kev's off on holiday. We've been talking this morning about love in lockdown. How are you getting on with your other half during the last few months? Is it a picture of harmony or a little more challenging at times? There's a church in Cambridgeshire, in Hardwick, which is offering an online weekly marriage course, kind of like a date night, but with less wine and more advice for couples to help them build on their relationships. Now, we can have a word with one couple from Peterborough, Hazel and Dan. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Good morning.
So nice to talk to you. Now, I'm going to kind of refer to you as almost married, because you've kind of had some form of ceremony, which we were chatting about the last time we spoke, but you're getting fully married next year, is that right?
That's right, yes.
Okay. And tell me about your working situation, because I think that makes a bit of a difference to how couples are getting on at the moment in lockdown. Are you both working from home? What's the picture, Hazel?
We are both working from home. We have never spent so much time together. Dan normally works away in Wolverhampton during the week, and now we are both working from home. And, we're seeing a lot of each other.
Okay. Now, you're saying like that as if it's been something to get to grips with.
Yeah, it's definitely been good to get to grips with. Dan does lots of Zoom calls to Australia and decides that the louder he shouts, the easier they can hear him, which makes my job interesting because I'm trying to write blog posts and end up writing what his conversation is instead of what I should be writing. So it's had its challenges.
Say that again, Dan, because that's a very valid point.
It's because they're further away. I need to talk louder so they can hear me.
No, it makes perfect sense. It sounds like you see the telephone in the same way as my mother does, where the further away the person is, the louder you have to talk. Dan, how have you been finding the last few months?
Surprisingly, a lot better than I thought. I thought I was gone mad and killed it by now, but actually it's been all right.
Okay. Has there been anything that you've kind of found that's helped both of you get through it?
I think we've made sure that we have quality time together, because at the beginning of lockdown we kind of worked for the day at the kitchen table and then sat in front of the TV for the evening, and while we were spending time together it wasn't quality time together. So now we've kind of made the effort to go for walks or play board games and things like that. So I think we've made our quality time together better than it's ever been, in fairness.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Okay, board games is an interesting one, because board games can be a bit of a flashpoint.
Yeah, we've played Monopoly a few times, but luckily it's been Junior Monopoly, so it's a little bit safer.
Good. Well, it's nice to hear that you've kind of found your level there. I'm glad that you mentioned early on, Hazel, something that Dan does which clearly drives you absolutely bananas, because there's certain things that my husband does that drive me crazy. And I think that with lockdown, because it's such a pressure cooker of a scenario, when you're spending so much more time together, you can't see anyone else, sometimes those little things, they can feel a lot bigger.
Yeah, definitely the case. And we weren't able to see Dan's children because they were shielding for 3 months. So we only got to see them at the weekend just gone. So I think there was kind of that pressure in the background as well, as obviously we're both missing the kids horrendously. It's been tough. But we've come out of it. We're doing all right.
Dan, that must have been really hard for you, not seeing your kids.
It was the hardest thing ever. I mean, obviously we've got FaceTime and WhatsApp and stuff like that, so we were able to sort of stay in regular contact. But it's not the same as having a cuddle on the sofa. It was hard.
Have you seen them now? Now that the kind of...
saw them for the first time the weekend just gone. So my son's children was up that weekend. So.
And what was that like?
Emotional, but fantastic.
Yeah. And how about for you, Hazel?
Really, really emotional. Quite a relief, because I just felt really helpless, because you could see that Dad was missing them more than anything, and there was nothing I could do to fix that. So it was great to have children back, and we just crammed in so much fun for the weekend. By the time we went home on Sunday, we were both completely exhausted.
Kind of emotionally worn out.
Yeah, we'd done lots of TikToks. We'd done some Wii games. We'd gone for walks and eaten ice cream and board games. Yeah, you name it. It was all crammed into the weekend. We were broken.
and how's the wedding planning going?
We were really, really lucky. Everyone just moved everything straight for us. It was great, actually. We've moved it straight to Easter next year. Nobody charged any extra. Nobody had any problems with it. We've got some awesome suppliers. We've been super lucky.
Oh, brilliant. So you've just moved the whole thing, and so you don't have to kind of plan anything new.
No.
We had a lot of stuff in the house that we basically just boxed up now and it's being stored at my parents' house. So we'll get Christmas out of the way. We'll open all the boxes again and we'll see where we were. I mean, we literally had everything lined up, ready to go. So it's a little bit bad having all that lying around.
We had to eat all the Ferrero Rochers, which is a real challenge, and the wedding cake. We've had to eat both of those, which obviously was a massive low point, having to eat cake and chocolate. But we've managed to get through it.
You're so brave, Hazel. That's what I like about you. Now, Dan, before I let you go, Megan dobbed you in early doors in this chat on something that you do, which clearly grinds her gears a little bit with your conference call technique. Is there anything that your delightful partner does, Dan, that makes you a little bit annoyed sometimes?
Well, as she's downstairs, I feel I could probably say she is probably the messiest person I know. So I still love her a lot.
Say that.
She's one of these people that when she makes dinner, she uses every single pot and pan that we have. I didn't even know we had that much stuff in the cupboard.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I don't know if it's good, Dan, that she knows that she does this, and she probably knows it really annoys you. She's not made any effort to change.
She knows I've got OCD and that I'll clear it up anyway. That's what she knows.
Oh, well. You're one of the good ones, Dan. You just got to wear it as a badge of honour.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's so lovely to talk to you both. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
No worries. Thanks for having us.
We'll talk to you again soon. They're getting on all right, aren't they? Hazel and Dan in Peterborough. Talking love in lockdown.